Kenyan team, well, look, they're very, very experienced. The average of the starting 7 is 27 tournaments. 27 tournaments, so that's the average. Going right through to Humphrey Kaiangi, the captain, who's on his 42nd tournament here, and Laban Asego, 41 tournaments. So this is the best Kenya can put out. But we have to reiterate, their form lately has not been good, although they have a win here. They were beaten by Russia last night. It's a bit of a shock. And they have a win today over Malaysia by 45-12. David Keane of Ireland is the referee. The form of Fiji coming into this game has been impressive. They beat Malaysia 59-0 and they zipped out to 19-0 over Russia. The Russians then scored 2 tries, but Fiji cleared out to win 29-14. So really the pressure's on Kenya here to get a win and to go into that situation where they look at the points differences. There is Amosi Budhango, hugely competitive halfback for Fiji. Referee is David Keane. Budhango kicks off for Fiji in the white against Kenya in the mainly red colours. Big jump there by Humphrey Kaiangi, but you see the call there was he was in the air when he was tackled, so that's dangerous play against Fiji. We see big Jerry Mboroto there, number 1, making the tackle, but Kenya looking good here. Biku Adema. Oh, nice pick up and away goes Mitiela Nathangalevu. Look, he made that pass inside the in-goal area as the try is scored. Nathangalevu made the in-pass, and, well, you can call it dangerous. Willie Lo says the try is scored by Joeli Lutumalangi. You can call it dangerous, but the facts are the try is scored.
Yeah, I know, a little bit of gamesmanship there, really. But I just like the way that Nathangalevu backed his pace. Look at that, the confidence. Got out into the open spaces. Could have scored his second try here in Hong Kong. Opted to pass it inside. And that's Joeli Lutumalangi's second try. I know these pictures are going live to Fiji as well, Keith. I'm sure in the villages and everywhere in Fiji, you're loving the coverage. It's a national game.
I'd like to make a comment here about Jeremy Duxbury, the editor of Tevovo, the magazine, the rugby magazine of Fiji. He forwarded some excellent back numbers in the current edition of the magazine. We're very grateful here. We now understand the Fiji rugby story a lot more thanks to the excellence and the in-depth of the magazine. May I say, I reckon it's one of the most statistically detailed rugby magazines anywhere in the world. Congratulations, Tevobo. And here's another one they'll mark in the books. It's Jerry Mboroto who has scored. This is a wonderful sevens player. Makes the heart signal above his head, which symbolises all of Fiji are in it together. That's what they tell us. And so that's a lovely moment.
Yeah, well, they had the possession of the ball from the kickoff and then just moving it along the train. And look at this, Mboroto staying in support on the inside. Good offload. And yeah, he is class. The outstanding winner of the MVP at Dubai and George. Fiji's top try scorer as well.
He says his ambitions in rugby are to make the 15-a-side Fiji team as well, and then to get himself a good contract. That's what it's all about these days in the world of rugby. Look at the eyes wide, staring in concentration. He'll leap forward and try to get the catch from this restart by Budhango. It's a short stabbing one to the middle. There's the jump. Bouncing onto the Fiji side, the jumper there, in fact, was Nathangalevu. Now, let's look at this Kenyan team. We've been a bit worried about them. Trying to break it out as Collins and Jera, the big speedster. Number 10 is Laban Asego. Benaj Nyambo, number 4. It's a bit slippery. We noticed that yesterday around about this time of day. A little bit of dew comes down. It hasn't been as scorching in terms of temperature here. There's a Fiji player getting up rather slowly. They're in lead by 12-0. Nathangalevu. Kenya look keen and desperate at the moment, but look at this. No problems at all. Clear space for David Mbataratu, and in he goes.
Well, the 30-year-old that was dropped from the national team in 2006, concentrated on the 15s, played 2 for Randwick in Australia before returning to Fiji. At one stage, he wanted to hang up his boots as well. He'll be delighted, as will coach Tony Vula, that he hasn't. Look at that, just too much possession. Quality passes. Fiji have scored 3 in the opening of 3 minutes.
Yes, back he goes. Mbataratu. Fiji have got a wee bit of a problem with the next tournament in mind. 3 of their players, I'm told, are not going to be permitted to play in Australia. They are members of the armed forces. Wanga Kotambalabu, Dale Tonawai, and Nicola Matuwalu. And it's interesting that that should come into the game. It's to do with the political structure of the government in Fiji. So they'll have to find 3 new players. No doubt they've got that situation in hand. I know that they were hoping to that there might be clearance for those players to be allowed to play somehow in Australia. And on the other hand, I heard a report that back home in Fiji, some high position people were saying that Australia and New Zealand, who both deny Fijian players the right to play in their countries because of the political situation, should be dropped from the tour. Those 2 cities should be dropped from the tour. But the facts remain the same. Those Fiji players are not permitted to go to Australia next week, to Adelaide. Budanga now has made his pass to Watasoni Botu. This massive forward. Look at these big passes, Willie. This is a kind of a new tricks that bring in here.
It is. Well, you see it in the villages, you see it in Fiji. In fact, all the paddocks, whether it's 6 in the morning or 6 in the evening, it's their national game. They absolutely love it. And you don't need a rugby ball either, as you know, Keith. They'll play with a shoe, half coconut shell, jandal.
I went up there one day and made a film up there, Willie. It was just wonderful to see late afternoon village rugby. The grass was up above their right up to shin level. It was marshy, slushy, but they were having the time of their life. It was about 40 on one side and about 38 on the other. All ages. All of the men. Halfway line here, 19-0, just seconds to go to half time. Good chase there by Mbataratu. So Kenya not back 10 metres. So there will be time for one more chance for Fiji here. They really do look in the mood here, don't they? Those big new crossfield passes and a lot of urgency. And when you think of the form that South Africa showed in the previous match, those 2 teams emerging at the moment into the lead. Here's a nice run from Lutamalangi, who scored the first try. We're in referee's time now, and Budanga, away he goes. So that's 4 tries first half for Fiji. Budanga takes it down to the back line and then brings it up to the front goal line to put it down. And that is a very good first half for Fiji.
Yeah, 13th try of the series is 82nd in total. Conversion is good. Have a look at this, though. That's the last part of it. It was like a thief in the night. You watch, he comes in, and this is where the counter-up comes. He gets his hands on the ball, and all the Kenyans go past him, and then he just sneaks through. They can see him smiling in the south stand 5 metres out. Their 4th try, and Fiji looking great.
And then marches it back to put it down on the goal line. Half-time has been reached here. It's a big Fiji lead, 26 points. The Kenyans have folded up in the last few months. Second half begins here. Big leap high for a clean ball for Fiji's runners. Lutamalangi, big pass. Budanga, another pass. Umbaroto, these guys are massively confident. They believe in the team thing. There's a little kick ahead by Nathanga Level. Oh, not missed there by Amonde. Ashioya is number 1, and Amonde has the ball now. There's just no chance for Kenya to manufacture anything.
Yeah, nice touch there by Vitango as well. Getting up, just giving a pat on the head to Ashioya, one of the Kenyan players, saying, well done. Good job getting back as quickly as he did. That's the spirit of sevens too. wonderful to see these guys living in the same hotel, eating in the same dining area. They often play matches against each other prior to the tournament itself.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
So a chance now for Kenya to make a breakout. They've got 11 Asego and Collins Njira. Oh, that was nearly intercepted by Boroto. He's all over the park. There's Kayange going down.
Well, Fiji had to improve, didn't they? Because earlier today, they got rattled by Russia, winning that match by 29-14, but it wasn't as convincing as the scoreline may suggest. Much better in this particular game. And I'd have to agree with you, Keith, that Kenya, I'm not sure whether it's because there are a certain number of players that have been on the circuit for quite some time, and whether they're just starting to get a little bit long in the tooth and there is no depth in players coming through.
This one, they were, well, they're always very popular. Let's put that into the mix first of all, but the results have been very poor. They've had just 13 wins and 19 losses this season. The first decent run there by Collins and Njira, the big try scorer. There goes Lavan Asego. Here comes Nayambu, halfway, but he's well chased and well covered. He got a good pass away. And that's Ashioya, lost forward. Now Budanga, this is a situation he enjoys, but they hang on to him. This is the new young man, William Ambaka. Now Mboroto breaks away. They're chasing him. Well done, Koyangi, to get him. But it's danger time now with Fiji in the mood. Number 8 is Ambaka. There's Ratu Emosi Butango. Kick deep. Back to Sydney Oshioya. This is very quick, this guy. Looking to find teammates to bring it forward. Asego. Kayangi. Lovely tackle by Lutu Malangi, dragged them down. There's another hard hit. A little bit casual, the Kenyan team. They lost it forward. Still the pace is on. One Kenyan player is down. Here goes Votu. Ball in one hand. Budanga with it. And away goes Emosi Budanga. Called him Ratu. Emosi Budanga, of course, in Fijian culture, that's the chiefly name. It's kind of like the Fiji society equivalent of a knighthood. Emosi Budango is over. Watasoni Votu, what a dangerous man he is as well. He's been in the team now. This is his 4th season on the tour. And there's that big smile from Budango again. We saw it in the first half when he got into the clear. And he is over again. 31 with the conversion makes it 33-0. Now on the field, this is the depth of the Fijian squad here. The guy with the, there he is. This is Osia Kolinisa. And he is the dancing talent of Fiji back play. That's the little signals behind the hand so the opposition don't have any inclination of where it's going. So that was obviously 3 fingers is a deep kick. Taken here by Asego. Breaking out this time is Horace Otieno. He can go too, but there's Kolinisau making the tackle, and straight away onto it for Fiji is Setafini Thakau. And now it's a runaway from Nicola Matuwalu, who's come off the bench. And this is another outstanding talent who can't make the starting game here, but off the bench shows his real class straight away. Nicola Matuwalu. What a rise he's had. Just a couple of years ago, he's in the Fiji under-20 team at their World Cup. Then he got full test honours 2010. Joined the Sevens tour. And away he goes. They're whispering in Fiji about him being a real contender for the Rugby World Cup for 15s later in the year. So these are guys that are going to be big names in the Fiji rugby scene in the years ahead. This is Nicola Matawalu, just 22 years of age, and this is a runaway, you know, for Fiji. Kenya's slump continues. This must be very hard for them to take. They've had the glory seasons, making the final in Adelaide a couple of years ago, and having some many significant wins and thrilling the crowds who enjoyed their success. That's a bit of a high one from Votu. Sydney Ashioya. Humphrey Koyangi now with the ball. These guys averaging many tours and tournaments, and they just can't quite get it together. There's that slippiness on the field, the late after slippiness on the field. It's coming down to just seconds to go now. Let's see what the mood of the Fijians is here. Can they construct another try with this last scrum put in? Number 4 is Dale Tonuwai, 30 years of age, co-captain of this team. Okay, here's Matawalu, fast off the floor to Kolinisau. Kolinisau determined in the run, but a good tackle on him by Asego. Now it's with Kent. They've got a big duck egg next to their name. They're trying to get on the board. And the breakout is coming from Oscar Uma. But now it has gone over the sideline, and they have been blanked by Fiji. And Matawalu may play a big role on the second day's play, on the third day's play, with his sharpness. Even if he does come off the bench, he adds value when he comes into the game, and that's a very good win for Fiji over Kenya. They scored 6 tries and 5 conversions, and 40-0 was the final margin. And from that pool, we know that Fiji will qualify cup play, and also Russia will go through. And on the sideline, here's Willie Lasso.